Hello and welcome. It is Thursday, the 20th of June, and this is my second vlog of the month. And being the 20th of June, we've come to the summer solstice here in the Northern Hemisphere, which normally comes around this time of year, 20th or the 21st of June. And it marks the longest day of the year. So from now on in the Northern Hemisphere, it'll get darker earlier each day. Long before Christianity, this was a particularly significant time for pagan communities, with them celebrating their deities, and Druids in particular convened at mystic sites such as Stonehenge, and some still do now. It is said that Whit Sunday is named after Druids because when worshipping they dress in white flowing gowns. Hence, White Sunday. Thank you for watching, and if you're enjoying, please encourage others to subscribe and share. Now to your questions. Georgina from New York. Do you like coleslaw? What is it exactly? I ask because recently I found at different restaurants the coleslaw served is not the same each time. Now, yes, I can understand that. Yes, I do like coleslaw, but only in small portions. I used to help my grandmother make it. It's a Dutch food with grated raw cabbage as its base ingredient. After that, you can add anything to your liking. This probably explains the experience that Georgina had. My grandmother grated raw white cabbage and carrot and onion, mixed together with vinegar and salad cream, and it was quite taut, so to soften the sharpness of the flavour she would add raisins and sultanas. Edward from Quarrenton, sorry about that, Edward from Quarrenton in Buckinghamshire in the UK. This question comes from my 8-year-old daughter Lily. When did we start putting on underwear? That's actually a good question, Lily. Underwear, as we know it today, is thought to be an English creation in the 1700s. And it is thought again that it was to protect the skin from the cold and wet weather. But we must also take on board that 7,000 years ago, loincloths were used, probably to protect the groin, but also to help women keep clean during their cycle. Apologies. Paul from Stafford in the UK. Watching the Euros, I'm curious, where do the 3 lions and 10 roses originate from on England's badge on their football shirts? Well, now this one is a bit of a challenge. In heraldry, they are not lions, they are leopards. Richard I was known as Richard the Lionheart, so this is probably where the notion of lions came from. And many of you will recall the phrase the War of the Roses. Well, it was a battle between houses. There's the Lancaster house, which emblem was a red rose, and the York house, which emblem was a white rose. Henry VII was our first Tudor monarch, and his emblem is a Tudor rose, which is a red rose with white within it. And this is because he was a great negotiator, and the War of the Roses came to the end thanks to Henry VII. So on the shirts, the emblems should be a Tudor rose and 3 leopards. I hope that all makes sense. Thank you again for listening. Until the next time, toodle pip.